Hey guys, Probable1701 here, and today we are going to be ranking the Doctor Who modern series from worst to best by series. Starting at the bottom and moving our way up. So, Series 13 has not come out at the time that I am recording this. So, we're just going to be looking at Series 1 through 12 with the David Tennant specials as well. They're their own standalone thing. Although I am going to be roping Day of the Doctor and Time of the Doctor in just with Series 7B. I will be ranking Season 7A and Season 7B separately because they really don't feel like two parts of the same series like Series 6 does. They each feel like their own thing, with the Doctor having a different TARDIS interior, a different outfit, different companions. So I feel like they should be ranked separately. And I'm looking at my list where I wrote it down just a couple days ago, and I'm already going, did I really have that there? Did I have that there? Do I need to move this here? It really is one of those, like a lot of my lists, it's very fluid. And if you ask me a week from now, this list will probably be a little different in places, but I am going to go with what I wrote down. And in 13th place, in last place is, or I guess it would be 14th place technically, yeah, 14th place. In last place is Series 11. I don't really like Series 11. It doesn't have just that killer episode that pretty much every single season of Doctor Who has, for the most part. I think that's the biggest thing going against it. I did a video a while back called Why I Think Series 11 is the worst season in all of Doctor Who, and a lot of my argument was based around the fact that it just doesn't have that masterpiece episode in it. Every series, for the most part, has at least that one story you can be like, that one. This one doesn't have that. It has a couple decent ones like Kerblam, Demons of the Punjab, but not really a good story. And a lot of the stories are just plain uninteresting. So I put it in last place. Next up, which I guess would be my ordering system's a little weird how I wrote it. Next up, I had Series 7A. I love A Town Called Mercy. I really think that's a good episode. I really enjoy it. I love rewatching it. I like Asylum of the Daleks. It's incredibly flawed. There's a lot of things wrong with Asylum of the Daleks. A lot of things that don't make sense. But just for dumb fun, I enjoy it. It has a lot of humorous moments in it I can appreciate. So it's one of those stories. It's objectively not a good story, but subjectively I just enjoy it as a guilty pleasure. But Dinosaurs on the Spaceship I hate. Power of Three, a few moments aside that I like, overall I don't like, and it's a sign of just Chibnall being terrible. And then Time of the Angels I don't like either. I think it's kind of dumb. The whole Statue of Liberty thing's really jumping the shark. Next up on the list, I believe we'd be at number 12, is Series 9. And a lot of the Capaldi fans are going, oh! Look, folks, I get a lot of you love Capaldi, but for the last time, his era is very average. You cannot sit here and just tell me that objectively his era is the best in Doctor Who. It's not. I'm sorry. He has a lot of good episodes, a lot of bad episodes, but Series 9 to me is mostly crap. But it has Heaven Sent, yes. And going back to what I said about Series 11, almost every single season of Doctor Who has that one just amazing story in it that's phenomenal. That's like a masterpiece or close to it. Almost every season of Classic Who and Modern Who has at least one. Series 11 doesn't, that's why it's at the bottom. Series 9 does have Heaven Sent. It also has the Under the Lake two-parter. And I actually have found that Sleep No More is, ironically enough, kind of a sleeper hit. Last time I watched it, I really appreciated it much more than I had before. It's got a lot of neat ideas going on into it that just aren't quite executed as well as they could have been. But pretty much all the other stories from that season suck. The Dalek two-parter is the worst Dalek story ever made. The two-parter with the girl of Game of Thrones, blah, boring. Face the Raven, aside from like the last 5 minutes, boring, don't care for it. Pretty much anything else I can't even remember for that season because it sucks. Next up on the list is Series 6. Now, Series 6 has a lot of episodes I like in it, like The Girl Who Waited, A Good Man Goes to War, The Astronaut two-parter. But it also has a lot of crap I don't like The Flesh two-parter. And Closing Time's not bad, but it's got a stupid ending. And then the series finale is just out there. I mean, I can enjoy it, but it's out there. I think there's a lot of ideas going on in Series 6 that don't get pulled off well, and some of the ideas I think were just a bad idea to begin with. Something about Series 6, even if I do enjoy a fair amount of the episodes, something about it just, looking back on it, I just tend to be uninterested. I'm kind of surprised it's this low myself. Number 10 on the list, Series 12. Yeah, I actually, for the most part, liked Series 12. You know, season finale aside. Season finale is crap. Let's get that out of the way. But Series 12 did something Doctor Who has not done in a long time. It was consistently good. I loved the Spyfall two-parter. I loved the Tesla episode a lot. I really enjoyed Fugitive of the Jadoon. I really liked Can You Hear Me? I loved The Haunting of Villa Duda. It's like a modern-day Ghostlight in a way. It's very atmospheric. It has this kind of what's going on thing to it. I do think of it as like a classic Who version of Ghostlight. Ascension of the Cybermen, I really enjoyed. Did a good job actually doing something with the Cybermen, you know, until the season finale shit all over it. Orphan 55 is crap, and Praxis is very boring and uninteresting, although it has some moments in it. And Orphan 55 even has a couple moments in it, but it's crap. That speech at the end is crap. But for the most part, it's a consistently good season. And just, you know, none of the Moffat seasons are that. None of them are that consistently good. So, yeah, it actually ranked a little higher than I would have anticipated. Number 9, Series 10. While Series 10 is more of a mixed bag than Series 12, its highs are much higher. I like the pilot. I like Smile. I love Thin Ice. Thin Ice is my second favorite Capaldi episode after Heaven Sent. Really, really good. Love the series finale. Love Twice Upon a Time, which I'm roping in with it. And of course, like I said, the Dr. Fall two-parter is great. Really, the only thing hurting it is the Monk Trilogy and Eaters of Light, which I think are garbage. And Oxygen, I really will admit. I keep forgetting Oxygen's that season because I hated Oxygen. And even the Monk Trilogy, I enjoy Extremis. And that is my favorite version of Capaldi. I love Series 10 Capaldi. He reminds me so much of John Pertwee, which is a huge compliment because I love John Pertwee. I love watching Capaldi's Doctor grow, and he's so good in Series 10. Next on the list, I believe we're at number 8, is Series 8. I like Series 8. This is my least favorite version of Capaldi's Doctor. He's a little too gray area. Am I a good man? To me, that's not the Doctor. That Series 8 is the reason why anytime somebody tells me Capaldi's the best Doctor or their favorite Doctor, I get really confused. Because he's not really like the Doctor. Although he does have some great moments in like Mummy on the Orient Express and Flatline where I'm like, there's the Doctor. But I do love Series 8. The lows in it are low. Like, I think Listen is garbage. Forest of the Night is garbage. Kill the Moon is garbage. 3 of the worst episodes of Doctor Who ever. But the highs are so good. I really like Deep Breath. I come to appreciate it more and more every time I watch it. I like Into the Dalek. I love Robots of Sherwood. It's a really funny story. I enjoy watching Capaldi in it. I like Time Heist. It's a lot of fun. I love Mummy on the Orient Express. That's another one of my favorite Capaldi episodes. I love Flatline. Really creative villain. Really enjoy it. I love when Doctor Who is being Doctor Who. And that is a perfect example of it. And while I don't care much for the Nap finale, it's not complete crap. Number 7 on the list is Series 7B. I actually like Series 7B better than most. I like the Snowmen. I love the Bells of St. John a lot. I don't really care for the Rings of Akatan. I love the Doctor's speech, but I don't really care for the episode. I love Cold War. It's a great way to bring the Cybermen back. I love how he actually... the Ice Warriors, excuse me. It's a great way to bring the Ice Warriors back. I really love the Ice Warrior in this. I like him being out of his armor, so he's more like one of the aliens, and he can get around and ducks and everything. That's really cool. I like that they're trapped on the submarine, so it's all closed in and claustrophobic. I really, really enjoy it. A lot of good. Plus, we get to see the Doctor's red setting, which is pretty neat. I enjoy that. And it's got David Warner in it, and I love me some David Warner. And then it's also got Hyde. I love Hyde. Hyde is such an underrated episode. I love any episode of something that can change genre mid-episode. And it does that. It starts out as like horror genre, and then it turns into like romantic comedy. What's got comedy in it turns into like romantic drama, action drama. It's got so much going on in it that I just love it. It doesn't know what genre it wants to be, and I love it. And then of course I love like Crimson Horror is a lot of fun. As long as you go into it knowing what it is, it's a lot of silly fun. And the Name of the Doctor is great, Day of the Doctor is great, and Time of the Doctor is good. So I think it deserves to be there. Number 6 on the list is Series 2, which I debated putting lower. Series 2 really is one of the ones I'm looking at it now thinking maybe that should have been lower, because Series 2 is such a mixed bag and the lows are so low. Idiot's Lantern, Fear Her. Fear Her is definitely one of the top 10 worst episodes of Doctor Who, and it was on my top 10 I'll never watch it again episodes. It just is awful. Idiot Lantern is bad. New Earth is not good. I mean, it has its share of just bad episodes. But the highs are really high. School Reunion is amazing. Great seeing Elizabeth Sladen back as Sarah Jane. Her and Tennant have such good chemistry together. You'd swear that the Doctor's always been played by Tennant. You'd swear with the chemistry they have together. I really like Tooth and Claw a lot. The Cyberman two-parter, the finale two-parter. The highs in this season are really, really high. And that's why it placed there. Number 5 on the list is the David Tennant specials. Because I really love The Next Doctor. I actually really like Planet of the Dead. I think it's very underrated. I love the 10th Doctor with the cat thief lady. I can't remember her name. But I really like her. Michelle Ryan's character. I really like her. Michelle and David have really good chemistry together. And I like Malcolm. I just love Malcolm. Malcolm's so much fun. Waters of Mars I don't really care for. I think it's very overrated, but I love the ending of it. The ending of it's really, really good. And I have rewatched it several times because I don't hate it by any means. And then I really like End of Time too. I think End of Time is really, really good. And it's the one time I actually don't mind the Doctor kind of having that extended ending where it takes him so long to regenerate. I feel like his Doctor earned it, so I'm perfectly cool with it. In 4th place, I have Series 5. I think this is Matt Smith's best outing as the Doctor. On multiple fronts, I think it's his best portrayal of the Doctor because he hasn't quite become a cartoon yet like he does later. He's really, really good here at balancing all the aspects of his Doctor here. And just in terms of writing, while this season still has some rough episodes, it still has so many good ones. The 11th Hour is probably objectively the best post-regeneration story we've ever gotten. I really love The Beast Below. More and more I enjoy Victory of the Daleks. More and more I enjoy Victory of the Daleks. It's really, really good. Aside from the World War II in space thing, the World War II planes in space, which don't really make a lot of sense. Other than that, really good story. I like the Flesh and Stone two-parter. I like the finale, even if there's a lot going on in it. The Vampires in Venice is really, really fun and creative. I love that. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on in Series 5, even if it does have one of the most overrated episodes of the show's history in it. Number 3 on the list is Series 4. I do love Series 4. I think Tennant is just... Tennant, the longer he plays the Doctor, the better he got as the Doctor, and he is like peak Doctor in Series 4. Plus it has Donna, who is my favorite modern series companion, and just the chemistry between the 10th Doctor and Donna is so good. They're so good together. I wish we'd gotten another series with them. They have so many good stories in this season. It comes a little further down the list because there are actually a couple episodes I'm not as keen on in this series. Planet of the Ood is only okay to me. I don't really like Turn Left or Midnight for reasons I've discussed before, even though I know they are fan favorites. I think the finale is a little too over the top while still being really good. I just think it's a little much at this point. Russell T. Davies has this bad habit of having to make series finales bigger and bigger and better every single series. Number 2 on the list is Series 1. I love Series 1. Eccleston is just such a good Doctor. The show really hit the ground running with Series 1. I think it's practically flawless. There are no bad stories. I actually like The Long Game because it actually shows us a failed companion. Someone who the Doctor doesn't choose to bring him with him. Rose chooses to bring him with him. And someone that can't hack it as a companion, and what can happen when a companion goes wrong, and how not everybody is suited to be a companion with the Doctor. I really love that. Plus it shows us accountability on the Doctor's part. What can happen when he doesn't clean up his mess, because he causes the events here which lead to the events in the series finale, because he doesn't stay to clean up his mess after this. He even says in the series finale, I caused this. So we see the cause of that here, and then the effect of that in the series finale, which I really like. And I also love Boomtown. Some people don't seem to like Boomtown. I love Boomtown. The scene when the Doctor and the Slitheen are talking in the restaurant, I like it because part of it is so humorous and funny. But that one part when she talks about letting the one lady go, it's so serious, and the look on Eccleston's face sells that moment. It's such a good episode, such a good season. Rose itself is such a good story to start the modern series on, and it really does. It really grabs you and ropes you in, and it's A lot of it is due to the story being good, to Eggleston being good, and to Billy Piper being so good, because Rose is so good in Series 1. And then it has the best Dalek story ever with Dalek, which is amazing. And then we also have the Stephen Moffat two-parter with the Empty Child and the Doctor Dances, which is also one of the best Doctor Who stories ever written. Series 1 is amazing. And then number 1 on my list is Series 3. I love Series 3. Tennant is just amazing here. I like Martha as a companion. And again, it's another series with no bad episodes. My least favorite would probably be 42, but it's still really good because I really think a lot of episodes of the series are underrated. I love Gridlock a lot. I've watched Gridlock so many times, at least a dozen times. I love it. I love the Shakespearean Code. I think it's really, really good. I like the Lazarus Experiment. Some dodgy CGI aside, I think it's really good. Utopia is freaking amazing. The Sound of Drums and The Last of the Time Lords aren't perfect, but they're still good. I like Smith and Jones, and Blink is, of course, a masterpiece. So many good stories this season. I don't really care about the Doctor harping over Rose thing, but that's a minor bit. I think Martha stands good on her own right. I really love her in the Human Nature two-parter, and Tennant does a good job playing someone other than the 10th Doctor in it, playing John Smith. It's such a good series. It really is Doctor Who just being Doctor Who, and I am absolutely here for it. So I would like to know what you think of my list, and I would like to know how you would rank them. So comment down below and let me know what you think of all the series in the modern series of Doctor Who. Other things to do: click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. I also have a Patreon if you would like to contribute to what I do. If you enjoy watching my videos and want to support me, there is a link to that down in the description below. My entry-level tier is only $2 a month. So for $2 a month, that gets you on board. I also have a $5 tier, a $10, a $15, and a $20, and they offer different rewards and incentives. Anyone who joins at any tier level gets a free video request, so check that out. But most importantly, thank you for watching.